The news day continues here in One News Now. I'm Diego Castro, bringing you the biggest headlines from around the world. The Moroccan earthquake death toll jumps to over 2,100 as rescuers work day and night to find survivors. Some 2,400 people were injured in the magnitude 6.8 earthquake that rocked the North African nation. The Moroccan government has since declared a three-day mourning period, with flags flown at half-mast following the tragic incident. King Mohammed VI called for prayers for the dead to be held at mosques across the country. Over in the Vatican, Pope Francis offered a prayer for the victims. This is Morocco's deadliest quake since 1960.
Prego per I feriti, per coloro che hanno perso la vita, tanti, e per i loro familiari. Ringrazio i soccorritori e quanto si stanno adoperando per alleviare le sofferenze della gente. Siamo vicini al popolo di Marocco.
Several countries also offered to help Morocco following the deadly earthquake. Spain provided 86 officers and 8 sniffer dogs in Morocco, while Britain said it was deploying 60 search and rescue specialists and 4 dogs, as well as 4-person medical assessment team. A Qatari search and rescue team also departed for Morocco. The United Arab Emirates is also sending aid. Morocco's King Mohammed VI thanked the countries for helping in the wake of the quake. Meanwhile, other nations say they are all also ready to aid rescue efforts in Morocco. U.S. President Joe Biden expressed his sadness about the devastation and said Washington stands ready to send assistance, while France and Turkey are also prepared to help, and we're awaiting a formal request from Morocco. For now, Rabat is still assessing aid needs. Rescuers raced to save a cave explorer who fell ill and became trapped underground. Authorities said American caver Mark Dickey is now in stable condition. They are optimistic that he could be out of the cave in 2 to 3 days. 40-year-old Dickey was on an international exploration mission in the Moroccan cave in Turkey. He began suffering from gastrointestinal bleeding at a depth of 1,040 meters. More than 150 rescuers from Turkey and other countries have been working to rescue the caver. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now World. I'm Diego Castro. U.S. President Joe Biden secures deals on semiconductors and minerals with Vietnam. The Southeast Asian nation also elevated Washington to its highest diplomatic status. The U.S. has been pushing for the upgrade as it sees Vietnam as a key country in its strategy to secure global supply chains from China-related risks. The U.S. now joins China and Russia as countries with the highest diplomatic ties with Vietnam. Biden expressed his pride in the improvement of relations between the two countries, a half-century after a lengthy Cold War-era conflict.
And 10 years ago, when I was vice president, we reached a new milestone with the launch of our initial comprehensive partnership. I'm incredibly proud of how our nations and our people have built trust and understanding over the decades and worked to repair the painful legacy the war left on both our nations.
U.S. President Joe Biden holds his highest-level talks with Chinese leadership in months in his meeting with Chinese Premier Qiang. The two met at the G20 summit in New Delhi, nearly 10 months since Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping spoke at last year's summit. Xi skipped on the summit this year and sent his premier instead to represent China. Biden said their discussion had not been confrontational and focused on the matter of stability. According to Biden, China's growth was slowing due to a weak global economy, as well as Chinese policies. Biden added that China's economic wobbles would not lead it to invade Taiwan, saying that Beijing probably doesn't have the same capacity it did. Spanish Football Federation chief Luis Rubiales resigns following an unsolicited kiss to a player. Rubiales announced his resignation in a statement in which he said his position had become untenable. His kiss to player Jenny Hermoso after the World Cup win had caused outrage from the public. A Spanish prosecutor filed a complaint with the High Court against Rubiales for sexual assault and coercion. Rubiales had also been suspended for 3 months from all football activities by FIFA, pending an investigation. And those are the top world headlines of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I am Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.